Alright, what's up y'all, it's LakerFan here. As you can see by the title of today's video, we're here to talk about bailout in NBA 2K23, the truth about it, because I have this rated very high on my tier list for the playmaking badges. It's an A tier badge, if you ask me, one of the top 3 playmaking badges you could possibly run. But in today's video, we go against 3 different opponents in this game and then 3 different opponents in the next game that I'm going to showcase too, that all I went and checked after we played them, and they ran bailout on either bronze or nothing at all. Unbelievable. You're going to see in the gameplay in today's video too all types of the crazy bailout passes, like the one that we included just right there as well in the first possession. And I'm cutting out most of our offensive possessions to make this go quicker, so I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you do, drop a like, sub if you're new, tell them noties, all good stuff. And like always, try to 2,000 likes. Now we'll accelerate through the earlier parts of this video a little bit faster because it's a little bit later in the gameplay that I actually start doing it, but you're going to see this offensive possession too. They don't get a bailout pass off from this point guard up here when he gets a switch onto Apollo, but look at this. He still does the premise of it. It's still going into a shot and passing out of it. He just didn't get into the shot enough. But that obviously is not what I'm talking about in today's video. We're going to be showcasing it. It's just I wanted to show you all offensive possessions, so I'm not cutting things out and just only showing you the bailout passes so that it looks like I'm just making a point or just a narrative about this video. Right here you can see Apollo gets greened on, a little bit of a bad contest. He has low perimeter defense on his build too, so that's another thing to keep in mind. Next up, this possession right here with Apollo's low perimeter defense, he gets switched on to the point guard, and then he just gets a nice little quick drop rim run. It is what it is. Again, this is something that's in the game, and it's not exactly what I'm talking about in today's video. But moving on to the next possession, you can see from the big man right here, bailout all the way to the corner, dime, absolute dime. Point guard still doesn't even shoot the ball. You can see he comes out and is going to end up like, going for a drive right there with a low adrenaline. Big man gets the ball again, goes for a layup, and it's a bad shot. Bails out of that as well. And mind you, again, all these dudes either have only bronze bailout or nothing at all, with pass accuracy below 75 on every single build you're going to see in today's video. They all have around 60 to 70 pass accuracy, pretty much. Again, I'm going to showcase that at the end of the video as far as all of the gameplays that we have and stuff, as far as what people have for their pass accuracy, because I was mad curious, because it's starting to get on my nerves a little bit as far as how this works. And again, I don't want to complain about the game too much or anything like that. I am enjoying my time on here a lot. It's just stuff like this. Now, this one is really interesting because the point guard gets down below the basket and starts a standing layup. As you can see, he does bail out of it, but it's a really, really early one. But as you can see, still an inaccurate pass, but he still gets it off. That's a little bit of an interesting, weird one. It's not one that I really want to talk about in the video because it's not like he completely created a shot off the fact that he does the bailout. Now, let me talk about what this becomes a problem when bailout passing mechanic is so good and so OP. The problem is that you constantly run into people who maybe go up with a paint take and it demands someone to either like drop or something like that to drop for the help, and then they easily get the pass over to the corner. You're going to see it in today's video a lot. Or from an outside perspective on a guard that does a lot of shooting and doing it, it creates a lot of situations where maybe off-ball people end up trying to drop for rebounds. Like for instance, we'll just make an example out of this one. In Pro-Am, you maybe would have the situation where if this was a big man contesting the shot right here, where if he does take this, it is something where maybe if you're a big man on the other side of the court, you're generally going to try and drop for that defensive rebound because you see a shot going up and your instinct is just drop right here and go down. But obviously this ends up creating a situation where maybe people just get dotted, like if a point guard was taking it from up top and shooting it and bailing out to this corner. Again, in Pro-Am you see it a lot too, and this, once again, I honestly have to believe, and as you can see from the point guard right there, but unfortunately he doesn't even complete that pass finally, but I have to believe that people are doing this on purpose, like that they're not just bailing out on accidental layup. I'm starting to believe that they actually just do it on purpose and they take bad shots into trying to create for their teammates. Right here you can see Apollo, once again, low perimeter defense, gets greened on 15%. It's just kind of frustrating, kind of tough. We get a little mix up right here. Zeke's kind of just not guarding the right guy. Now we're down. I end up scoring. Again, I'm cutting out offense in this, so it's 19-19 now. Now this part, unfortunately, I literally just get rim ran. I probably should have been defending this a little bit better. It's common knowledge that when people do this hezzy, they're probably doing the stop and go, run into their ball hand. Now the problem is, watch my defender right here. I do move to the left, but then it like just puts me in that little cutoff animation. Then another one on top of that too. I really don't understand when the game like pulls me, and don't even tell me about defensive assist strength. I have it on 0. It's just a thing on these drives this year where if you get stuck behind a person, it's kind of what creates bad chase down opportunities, if we're being completely honest as well. But anyway, don't even mind the box score. It is what it is. Obviously, rough games from the teammates, but it is what it is. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. I want to show you the builds now. So I ended up, because we lost and because it was ridiculous amounts of bailout, I wanted to see what their builds were and stuff like that. So as you can see, 6'1" point guard, the classic, the quick drops, 80 dunk, the 92 three-pointer for gold limitless, all types of stuff like that, 90 ball handle, whatever. as you're going to see, we're going to look at his playmaking badges, and no bailout to be found on the point guard. Nothing at all. And again, that's only with 70 pass accuracy too. So it's not like he just has 90 pass accuracy with no bailout, and it's reasonable for him to be making those passes. I end up also checking the rest of their team as well, and their guy at the 2 has 65 pass accuracy with no bailout once again. And the big man of all people, ironically, actually had bronze bailout. And again, I understand maybe if we want to make the case for bronze bailout being good, but to be able to make every single pass like that is pretty wild, pretty ridiculous, and only with 70 pass accuracy too. So I don't know, man. I mean, you guys can be the judge of this stuff as well. It's ironic because that's the only, like, you know, playmaking badge in the tier 2 we can probably even afford, for that matter too. But again, 70 pass accuracy, making passes like that, just passing out of shots all the way across the court to the corner. And again, I benefit off this badge myself as well. Being a slasher, I do a lot of drive and kick, and if I get put into a Euro lay, then I'm trying to transition into a Euro dunk, and then I pass out of it, I benefit off it as well. And I don't like the fact that this badge, A, is good, and B, the fact that the mechanic with no badge is good. That's probably what irritates me even more. Real quick 10-second sidetrack too. I'm coming back in this video after I've already recorded it. Listen, look at this. This dude literally messaged me and said, I'm terrible, after doing all that stuff on their end too. That's crazy that dudes come out here and spam bailout and say that I'm terrible. So anyway, into the next game. I am going to cut out the early parts of this one because I think we get the point. Obviously, I'm not going to have to sit here and showcase you guys playing them playing their regular offense. Interesting concept though. I don't know why we loaded in against 392 overalls, but the cheese to 92 is that you get put in bum wreck or bum 1v1 events. I'm not sure if these guys are the type that are just leeching off of bad, like, you know, bad matchups and stuff like that. Regardless though, the dude has a 65 3-point percentage and a 62, and they definitely look pretty good as far as their, like, efficiency and their stats and stuff like that. But nonetheless, we're up 11-3 right now. But now I want to showcase to you. I want to show you the way that these guys are playing. So fast forward to 11-3 right here. You're going to see some crazy stuff. He does a layup that he bailouts into an alley-oop on. Now, this right here is pretty crazy. And if he were a better finishing build, he could also do that. Now, again, I've done this myself. I've done it in a trolling sense. I'll tell Tonic to go sit the block, and I'll be on my slasher, and I'll just Euro into the defender to make him bait to jump and leave Tonic wide open for the lob, and I'll just bail out of it and throw the lob to it. It's pretty ridiculous. I will say from that close of range though, it makes a little bit more sense. But either way, as you can see, he ends up missing. We give up the offensive rebound. Nice rotation out there from Paulo to just run to the 3-point line. And this creates more opportunities, as you can see, obviously, to get more shots off. Now, that really could have been solved by just getting a rebound, obviously. So it is what it is. But I don't want to drive that point home too far. I just want to showcase in some situations that if they couldn't pass out of some of these shots, they are absolute horrible takes. And this one's obvious. I just get beat kind of bad right here. No arrow. I try to just guard his 3 a little bit heavy. I also go for the reach in too. I don't know why I would have thought he was going right. So again, this is bad defense by me. I'm going to own up to that and obviously accept the fact that I let him get past me easy. But the fact that he drives right into Apollo and doesn't even have to make a read. He doesn't even have to be like, oh, this guy's down, I'm just going to pass the ball. No, instead he goes up for the layup and then gets it. And while I understand this shouldn't be a huge deal, it's also a wide open pass, so you don't have to be extremely accurate with it. I just think it's very bad from a gameplay sense. I understand in real life, like, you know, the real life aspect of it, it's not that hard to make this pass. You just kind of really could do this on purpose and bait that defender the exact same way. So to be honest with you, I don't really know how I feel about it, because at the end of the day, what's the point of pass accuracy? If, like, do we really need ratings to throw the ball accurately? Probably. I think that's a real, like, honest NBA sense. There are good passers, but most of it is vision. So how do you make up for that? Obviously, that's what I'm saying. Like, in a video game, I think pass ratings should play a lot more of an important factor in the sense of actually being able to make those passes right there. As you can see, nice little off ball from them right there into switch that we just kind of failed on. I'm going to show the rest of this gameplay because I want to show it. It's actually a pretty nice little fun, entertaining gameplay toward the end right here. Get a nice little Euro. This is actually what I'm talking about, where I can't pass out of Euro attempts, where if I were to go in for this Euro lay right here, unlike a hop dunk or like a spin dunk or anything like that, I can't collect my feet and just not go up with this. So this is something where if this guy commits all the way down way harder, this is where I use bailout as well on gold with 85 pass accuracy straight to Zeke over here. And it works at a very high rate. But again, I just don't think that's a good gameplay thing. I don't think it's a good idea to really allow people to force double teams on them in the paint just to, like, literally get a pass off that is them taking a bad opportunity and just being able to say, nah, I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, right here, I get rim ran a little bit off the catch and run. A nice chase down opportunity right there, though. Obviously, once again, I'm not playing great defense in this game all over the place. It is what it is. Anyway, we're up 17-12. This game gets a little bit dicey, though, a little bit interesting, all right? So I do want to just kind of deter you guys from the whole bailout complaining. We'll come back to that in a second, though, and showcase these guys' pass ratings and their badge level and all types of stuff like that, because it is still utilized by them. Not quite as much as the people from before, but as you can see, I mean, the driving kick. Can we just talk about this one last time and then we'll talk about the gameplay instead? Because I know some people just want entertainment in this video. They don't want the constant complaining and bickering and stuff like that. But this is a horrible take. He didn't use his dunk meter or anything like that. If he does use his dunk meter, this is a really good take if he has good dunk. I'm not sure what his levels are or anything like that on that. But either way, goes up with an absolute horrible layup. Where as an off-ball defender do you think, oh, I gotta play the bailout pass? I mean, I understand it should be something in the back of your head to maybe be in the lane, because if he's in a bad situation, he should have to pass the ball. But this is crazy, bro. That you can literally just say, no, I didn't mean to do that. I'm just gonna cancel it out, and it doesn't matter. And mind you, again, it's not like they have 85 pass accuracy and gold bailout like I even do. They literally have below 70 in everything throughout the course of this video, with only bronze bailout or nothing at all. You can do your own little mental tracking as to what they run. As you can see, nice little euro again right there. I'm not going to act like that's the most skilled thing either, to be honest with you, because I think the Euros are extremely easy to use. So, I don't know. It's tough to say, but it's still reading the defender a little bit. All right, so now back to the gameplay sense a little bit. You can see we're up 19-14. He just kind of is going to get an easy rim run on Zeke. It just is what it is. He's a 6'1 guard. He's trying to live by the steal, die by the steal. It is what it is. You can't really defend ISO just like that without getting steals. So, anyway, in the next possession, we're up 19-16 still. I'm not gonna lie, the fact that we kind of choked this game is a little bit tough. Like, we have a pretty good lead. I end up getting reached in on right here. We'll just get past this. I end up getting the ball on the wing, and I'm driving, kicking to Zeke. I see he drops. Zeke unfortunately spots up really, really deep though. I get the position on the offensive rebound, but three guys crash and just get the long one. Moving on to the offensive possession right here, you're going to see they do get a little bit of a good take. I get a really good look at a bump steal right there, though, and it still doesn't succeed. Then right here, they're running some overload. I'm trying to pinch a little bit and help Zeke. Probably should have just dropped right there, but I don't want to give up the three, because obviously them getting a three-pointer right there goes a long, long way. If they can tie the game up at 19-19, then if we don't score again, it's game point for them. That wouldn't be ideal. And in either way, it is still game point. But anyway, you can see we get the alley-oop. They get a great chase down opportunity right there. Again, just unfortunate ending to this. Zeke gets the foul, and now obviously we can't let them get a three again. And now is where we're in a tough spot as well, because if we just give them an easy rim run, now my twos don't just end the game. So, looking ahead, however, there's so many things to talk about from a gameplay sense. We have 19 points, so we have odds, quote unquote, where if we keep trading twos back and forth all the way throughout the course of this game, we'll be the ones that end up at 25 where the game cuts off. So I'm not completely opposed to just taking twos either. So you're going to see I'm going out with the ISO. I feel like he's going to jump at me. He doesn't jump, but I still get good position on it. We get the dunk, 21-20. Now, you have to know in this situation, they're going to be hunting for this three-pointer. And while you have to stay alert to the bailout stuff, again, because I have to really be watching for passes to the corner or something like that as well. But you can see where I actually make the mistake right here, and thank God he missed it. But where I make the mistake right here is that I followed my guy on the corner cut, forgetting that I can just give up a two pretty easy right here. Because what they did this for, and I will give them credit to this, because this is very smart to send the corner cut. If someone's stupid enough like me to follow that, it makes it so I can't help that corner, because I was planning to pinch out the corner to help Zeke on this wing. But as you can see, he gets the shot off, and I follow the cut, even though we could have easily given up a two-pointer, and we could just keep trading baskets. Thankfully, he misses, though, and now we're just kind of running back for the ball to get checked back up. You're going to see, obviously now, two-point shot ends the game, so I'm going to come out here on the ISO stuff with this last take. Gotta do it. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't. Hit the nice little snatch back right there, into behind the back. The help defender drops, but regardless, nobody's out there to stop me early enough, like at the free throw line area or anything like that. They didn't switch a big man onto me or anything either. And as you can see, boom, just put him in the dunk meter. This is a very hard one to make too, for that matter. Two-hand, the meter is extremely small as well, yet we still get it to go. Game point, kind of clutch up right there. But again, people will discredit that as well. It is what it is. You can believe what you want. Anyway, 9 for 10, 18 points. But once again, only one turnover throughout the whole course of this game, throwing constant bailout passes. And to show you the builds now, because that's the whole point of the video as well, you're going to see we pull up Real Moody first. He has a 70 pass accuracy with, once again, no bailout. I mean, it gets ridiculous, bro. It really does get ridiculous to keep looking at this stuff. Next one, Famous Amos. As you can see, the level 40 right here. I'm going to pause it on his pass accuracy. You can see it's 75. I didn't give a good look at actually stopping on it, but as you can see, 75 is what pops up right here, and then he does have bronze bailout. So he is the one dude out here that actually had decent pass accuracy and at least bronze bailout. At least, I mean, that should be the absolute bare minimum to get these passes off. And then you can see Mr. Charge right here. I don't know how to pronounce that, but 65 pass accuracy, no bailout. I mean, it just gets kind of ridiculous, bro, when all this stuff just is a constant thing. And I did say this at the beginning of the year. I was like, dudes are making these crazy passes with no bailout. And someone in the comments, because I think I put bailout in like the C tier early on, or like B tier or something like that. And I mentioned that everybody's coming out here doing it, and I don't even think people have the badge. And the dude literally called me an idiot, talking about, we're all running bailout, and you just gotta be stupid to like think that people just aren't running it. And then I sit here and look at this, the two teams that we play against, and the only reason I even hopped off and looked at their stuff is because I'm starting to catch on to the fact that I don't believe they have high pass accuracy either. The way I look at their passes being zipped, I don't see it like that, and they're still making these passes at a ridiculous rate. Only one missed in this entire video, only one, and it still hit his hands too, and he still could have caught it. So anyway, what's my final beef with this? We've already talked about it for the most part. It's literally just that people can make these passes with a low pass accuracy and no bailout at all. It's reasonable for the badge to be good when you have it at an elite level, but this is like saying that you should be able to shoot limitless threes with no limitless, or that you should be able to like do it at a crazy rate just for having it on bronze, as if like gold and Hall of Fame doesn't even matter at all. I mean, when you come out here, what's the point of making a build with 95, 94 pass accuracy for the Hall of Fame bailout? Nobody does it for that matter either. The absolute max people cap out at is probably like 86 for the Hall of Fame break starter, floor general, and needle threader cap, and then 85 just in general to have that LaMelo pass style. And once again, at 85, you get gold bailout. So this is right where I'm at. And I still don't even think it's reasonable the rate that I finish these bailout passes either. It's really stupid. It's really brain dead. Again, I don't mean to hate on the game 24/7 or anything like that. I know it's bad vibes. I don't like to, you know, be on the negativity stuff too much with the game. But this is where I definitely have the biggest beef, because dudes are coming out here with like this level of pass accuracy, literally 60 coming out here, or like 65 with no bailout for that matter either, or just again 70. They don't even have the badge, 75 and maybe on bronze. It's just ridiculous. So anyway, you can feel free to give me your opinions, your feedback on what you think is reasonable with the pass accuracy to bailout threshold, or just in general, the rate of it actually working. Feel free to let me know what you guys think. I'm sure a lot of you guys are probably going to be in agreement with it, but what I've come to find out is when you hate on people's playstyle, when it's generally something that everybody does, they're going to attack you for like criticizing it. So it is what it is. Like when I make mention of the 6'9s that do the rim running on the 3-point shots and stuff like that as well, where you have to respect their three, they get past you, quick drop like that one dude was doing with the 6'1. I've come to find out when you criticize something that 80% of the people in the game do, you're not going to get a very positive response. But anyway, again, I just think this needs to be toned quite a bit. I think you need to have at least silver to be reliable with it, probably gold to be good, and Hall of Fame to be elite. But I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about it entirely. I do understand that it's a realistic thing to be able to just like go into a layup and pass out of the layup. It's not a hard thing to do in real life. But like I said, from a video game perspective, it's not a very good thing for a skill gap when people can just go into bad shots or bad layups and completely pass out of them. Or, for that matter, like I said, when I can plot on it, when I can just literally tell Tonic to go below the basket as an inside big man and I'm an inside slasher, and I'm just going to get past my guy, hit him with a Euro to make the second guy like jump, and then I get him completely out of the play and just pass it off to Tonic. It's good and cool little like scheming and stuff like that, but it's still very exploitable in most situations. And that guy that I was talking about in the gameplay, I really do have the feeling that he was just doing it on purpose to create more open shots for his teammates, because it's such a reliable rate of passing the ball even with only bronze bailout as the big man. But anyway, feel free to let me know what you guys think. Like I said, feel free to drop a comment. If you made it to the end of the video, put pass in the comments to support you all the way through. But anyway, like always, try to 1 to 2,000 likes. Again, I apologize for spreading the negative vibes and stuff like that. I do still want to point out the flaws of the game though, because I'm not going to sit here and just ghost over it. I mean, I think a lot of people forget about this because I went to the 2K event as if I was just some dude that completely sucks off 2K talking about like just never talking about the negative things about the game. I've been doing this for years. I've been trying to point things like this out and make you guys maybe either aware of it or just in general to kind of give my beef with it. And I don't gain anything off making a video like this other than just the sake of making a video. I think generally hating on 2K is something that definitely doesn't get long-term views. It gets short-term views. I think in general when you do hate on 2K, it'll draw a lot of the people that also want to pile on it. But in terms of me and my viewers and stuff like that, I don't think I gain or benefit anything off complaining, because most of you guys, if you're concurrent viewers that constantly keep on watching the videos, you probably don't hate on 2K too much, and you don't want to hear that negativity BS when you load up a video. So again, it's a hard balance to play. I don't want to like just not talk about something that I want to talk about, but in general, obviously I don't want to sit here and only make negative videos or anything like that. So I'm obviously still interested in the entertainment side of things, obviously the informational side of things. This video still falls under the category of informational. It's definitely trying to put you guys on to how stupid this badge is, but it's not like I'm putting you guys on to the fact that Bailout is OP either. Literally everybody in the video today only had bronze at the highest level, and literally 4 out of 6 of them didn't even have it at all with low pass accuracy. So I don't know if there's anything that you can utilize this to maybe gain for yourself. It's that low pass accuracy doesn't really even hurt that bad. If anything too, what's actually crazy about this, and this is maybe the theory I have too, I think bailout passes are just faster in general when you have a low pass accuracy. That dude who had like 70 or 65 that was looking like he was doing it on purpose may just be doing it on purpose for the sake of speeding up the passes. Honestly, it's a theory. I mean, if you come out here, I'd love to test it low-key. If you have 25 pass accuracy, if the bailout just zips faster, like if the pass out of a shot just goes faster than your regular pass. Albeit if you have 25 pass accuracy, you're probably not completing many of those, but I'm still curious as far as the pass speed threshold. But anyway, that's off video. Hope y'all enjoyed. And other than that, we're going to make a Pro-Am video tomorrow. Stay on the lookout for that. I'm really looking forward to dropping the first one finally, about 2 months into the game. But anyway, that's off vid. Hope y'all enjoyed. And other than that, take it easy, man. Peace.